Cooking with the vegan zombie. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Hey folks, happy holidays from the vegan zombie. We're gonna bring you to a traditional recipe tonight. We're gonna bring you there. It's that time of the year. You know what I'm talking about. And everybody has their own traditions that they do year after year. Tonight, I'm going to show you my family tradition. We're gonna make cavatellis. Cavatellis is an Italian pasta, and it probably is pronounced more like Cavatelli. It's a pretty simple recipe, but you know what? Tonight, it's vegan. That's right, folks, zombie-free. So let's get started. What do you say? This is the pasta that's traditionally made with ricotta cheese and eggs, but I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do it tonight. First, I wanna talk about a brand new product that's out on the market that actually inspired me to make this dish vegan, and it's Nutty Cow. It's a ricotta cheese made out of cashews, and it's delicious. There's 3 other flavors out in the market right now, so make sure you keep your eye open. So if you're one of the lucky ones out there that can find this product, you're gonna use a half a cup of this with a half a package of silken tofu. If you can't find it, you're gonna end up using the whole package of silken tofu with a couple other ingredients that I have here. Next, we're gonna add 2 cloves of shredded garlic, 1 tablespoon of finely minced basil, a tablespoon of lemon juice. Now be careful not to squeeze them seeds in there. Now you gotta just break the tofu up, mix it all together for a couple minutes. Mix, 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 mix. He's a pup, he's a pup, he's a pretty little pup. He's a puppy, he's a puppy, he's a pretty little pup. He loves it. Next, we're gonna add a tablespoon of olive oil. Finally, we shall add 1 teaspoon of salt. I missed. Now we have this gooey, delicious mixture here. We're gonna stir in some flour. Here we got some unbleached, all-purpose, white flour. Try to get the organic kind, fellas and ladies. I have 2 cups in here. You might need to add 2.5 to 3, depending on the temperature, the amount of zombies in the air, you know, all that stuff. Are there zombies in the air? Are we on? I would only add a half a cup of flour at a time, because once you get a nice dough mixture, you're gonna throw it on a cutting board and beat the heck out of it. You're not really gonna beat the heck out of it, but you're gonna keep mixing it. I'm gonna put a little flour there to avoid making a huge, sticky, gross mess. Get a little flour on your hands, and you're just gonna keep folding the flour in until you get a nice stiff dough. All right, boys and girls, our dough is nice and firm. All we have to do is put in a little bit of shrink wrap and refrigerate it for at least 2 hours. Just so it's easier to work with. At least that's what my mom told me before she was bitten by a zombie. 2 hours is up. I have a nice chilled dough. We're gonna cut it into small, manageable pieces. Once the pasta dough is all cut up and ready to go, make sure you have a nice floured surface. You're gonna roll them into long little tubes, a little bit smaller than the size of your pointer finger. And then you're gonna cut them into little notches like that. Now, many, many, many fork nights, my mother had to make all of these by her hands, her bare hands. She had blisters on her thumbs, and she showed me how to do it with a fork and a dream. You take this small piece of dough here, you put it at the back of the fork, and you push down against the fork, all in one motion, and twist it off. Could you imagine doing this for 4 hours in a row? If you're gonna make them this way, just make sure your pasta's not too big. I wouldn't go any bigger than that, because it'll take too long to cook. So that's how you're gonna make it if you don't have this magical machine that I'm about to show you right now. Now, if you have the interwebs in your part of the world, if you look up a Cavatelli machine, you'll be able to find this gem right here for roughly $40. It's a time saver if you're gonna make this every year around the holiday season. Now, if you're gonna use a machine like this, make sure you flour it up so that nothing sticks, because you will have a disgusting mess. Perfect. You're gonna use a floured surface just the same. You're gonna roll them out just like you would if you were doing it by hand. Once it's rolled out, dip it in a little flour and crank it through the machine. You get a perfect shape almost every time. Once you have a tray full of pasta, store it in a cool, dry place. We normally do it overnight. This could be a weekend ordeal for you. Well, this is what it looks like after it's been set for about 24 hours. All you gotta do now is add it to some boiling water. You wanna get me pouring it in there? Okay. Now you're gonna have to stir it once you get in that water, because you don't want them to stick to the bottom. Once they float to the top, you know they're ready to enjoy. So, 5 to 10 minutes later, you got yourself some fresh vegan zombie pasta. Nothing like a good old-fashioned Cavatelli. All right, guys, we got some of our homemade sauce that we made from our other video. Now we just gotta try it. That brings me back to better times. Well, anyway, this is a pretty darn good time if I say so myself. Now, it's a recipe like this that you do once or twice a year that's fun for the whole family, and it's delicious, and it's vegan. Don't forget to subscribe, survive, and check out our friends from Nutty Cow, because they got some great products out there. I'll be seeing you guys soon. Stomp, clap, stomp, clap, stomp, stomp, clap. I'll bring up the time capsule, but time capsule time. Happy holidays.